Check this.
Well, hello, JohnBParker here, back with another episode of Forever Stranded. How you guys doing? I am doing pretty well, I have been really busy in between episodes, not doing a whole lot of quest book stuff. I did a little bit of quest book stuff, but if you look at my mini map, you can sort of see a little circle, and that's a little odd, but let's go ahead and take a look. So, Tinker's Construct has this thing called drying racks, and you can take rotten flesh and it turns it into monster jerky, so that's just an extra food source. And what do we got here? Oh boy, look at this. I went ahead and I made 10 cobblestone generators for 10 crucibles, and we are making lava. Reinforced large drum here. It was easy enough to make. It just required a few diamonds, really. If we take a look at the drum options, they're a little better than tanks because they you can hold more stuff. So the iron drum is your basic, or you have the stone drum, which is basic, but then you have the iron drum, which is a little bit bigger, and then the reinforced large drum, which is huge. It just costs 6 diamonds, so no big deal. But we have over 655,000 millibuckets of lava. And so that's really nice. I also went ahead and I set up the smeltery. This is the basic setup for the smeltery. There's nothing different. Controller, lava tank. I went ahead and I made a second cooling coil just to get that quest out of the way. And I've been trying to avoid showing you guys this, but we have a giant hole in the ground because that's just going to be something that I kind of work on to open up a larger area. And if we go outside, you can see the mini map. I covered this all in cobblestone around our shuttle, and I dug a trench, kind of a trench thing. I was gonna do like a moat. I had a comment a few episodes back about doing a moat around the shuttle, but then I realized how much water that would take, and I'm out. So I don't want to sit there and try and get that much water. This is going to take forever to fill up with that much water. So I went ahead and I just dug this trench so the mobs can't get to me. And I put cobblestone all over here because I want to dig down. And I didn't want all the sand to fall up on top of us. And I kind of wanted to have like a layout, like a guideline. And it looks pretty horrendous. You know, it's all just cobblestone. But I kind of like the look of the shape of it. Because it's not... it's not perfectly circular, it's not perfectly square, it's not rectangular, it's kind of just oblong. I kind of just I got a bunch of hammers in my inventory, and I went around the shuttle just randomly, and got a bunch of dust that way. And then I decided that I wanted to go ahead and dig all of that out, and that's what we have the start of right here. You can see up in the top right on the mini map how much is lit up there and how much more I have to go. Now this level here that's down there, that is all sandstone, and down below there is kind of like a giant cavern. So that'll be an adventure for another time. What I want to get started on today is, let's take a look at some quests. And basic survival, that was cool for the cooling coil, so I finished that off. You guys saw me do that. We get a loot chest and 5 XP, so that's cool. That's cool. Now this temperature regulator requires a bunch of cooling coils, but it also requires heating coils. Now, and the heating coils take blaze rods, and we're not even close to that yet. So we're gonna wait. This is actually the best thing you can get for a house, and then you have the portable one that'll go in your bubble slot and keep you cool all the time. It just runs on RF. So Tinkapow, I went ahead and you know, we got these all last time, so we get these all as a reward. That's very nice. And I went ahead and I just made obsidian rod, shovel head, and tool rod. Pretty simple. What you have to do here is, to get obsidian the easy way, is bucket of water, right here in the drain, in the smeltery drain. You just put it in there, and then it goes in there and it becomes molten obsidian, and then you just pour it out, or you can just pour it out into whatever pattern you need. So that was pretty simple, and I have those there, so that was easy. What other quest did we finish? I went ahead and I created the engineer's manual from Immersive Engineering. So we're gonna get 4 treated wood planks, 6 clay, and 6 nether brick. Or choice reward. What do we want? Well, the nether brick to make it takes lava. The clay to make it takes water. Water's a little harder to gain right at the moment. So we got our treated wood planks. There we go. Now what happened was, when I had to complete this quest to unlock technological revolution, and this is where we're gonna go today. Definitely gonna go that route. So if we take all of this stuff and we throw it into here, let's just throw the apple in there for now. We will open our loot chests. Let's open our loot chest now. Let's see what we got here. All right, loot chest number 1. We got 2 ground traps from Pam's Harvest Craft. I don't know what those are used for. Probably never will. 3 stone. That's a waste. And 30 cobblestone. Wow, we just got really, really screwed over. Tremendously screwed over. All right. Well, let's get... Okay, here. Yeah, there you go. You guys can see. And then it becomes zombie jerky. Anyway, let's get rid of this junk that we just got. And let's go ahead and take all of this stuff. I don't want you. We're going to take all of this stuff right here. Yes. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to get better power, because right now all we're working with is those 2 solar panels, and it only makes 20 RF a tick. That's not that much. And I want to use Ender IO for the machines that I want to make. So yeah, all we have here is 20 RF a tick. That's not good. Now we do have this filled up, and we have our backup Ender sword in there. All right. So to make better power, what I want to do is I want to go back to what I know, and that's what you should do. That's what you should do. If you're playing a mod pack and there's aspects of the mod pack that you don't know, try to learn them. But in that process of learning new mods, use the other mods that you know really well. And one of the mods that I know really well is thermal. So what I want to do with thermal is I want to get dynamo power, right? This magmatic dynamo will generate redstone flux, and it requires hot fluids. That's called a lava, and that's why we've made so many basically lava gens. And I went ahead and I already made all the stuff for this. The Invar was the only thing that was difficult. Not even really difficult to get, but if we look, we had to make the Invar blend. If any of you guys watched my breakout series, this is the exact same way. We made 2 iron powder and a pulverized nickel in the quartz grindstone, and the quartz grindstone was simple enough. All this stuff that we had acquired through sieving. So where's that dynamo? Where'd you go? There you go. Magmatic dynamo. All right, there's our power gen. That's going to be wonderful. And I want to upgrade that because why not, right? Now, to utilize the upgrade, we're going to go ahead and throw the augment for increased power gen. And we need to make the transmission coil. Where was it? There it is. There's the auxiliary transmission coil. So now we should get more RF. Now, there's 2 options for dynamos as far as power generation. You can either go with the auxiliary transmission coil, which will increase the RF, but it will also, you won't get as much total RF per like bucket of lava or something. Or you can go with the fuel catalyzer, and you'll get more RF per piece of fuel, right? So more bucket of lava, or if you use coal or anything like that. I like to go with the auxiliary transmission coil almost exclusively, just because well, I like to have more RF. That's just kind of like what I like to do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to clear out a space here. No, we're not. We need to make some machines first. The machine that I wanted to make first was the alloy smelter from Ender.io. Here we go. All right, so we need a whole bunch of iron. Do we have cobblestone? Oh, we don't have that much cobblestone. So let's go grab, how much we got in here? 47 should be enough. Whew, it took a lot of cobblestone to cover this entire area. So, all right, so we need 3 furnaces. Let's get 3. We need a cauldron. We have enough iron for a cauldron. Now, this is the question here. We need these for a quest, right? It was the technological revolution, right? Basics down. So they wanted you to craft one thing from each of the big tech mods in here. So you have Ender.io, thermal expansion, immersive engineering, and then I forget, tin wire connector. What is it? That's not immersive as well, is it? Is it? Tin wire connector. No, it's industrial wires. Okay. So we should be able to craft those as well. It shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, we shouldn't have any trouble crafting these. So the alloy smelter is what I wanted first. And it looks like we need iron bars. There's your iron bars. Did we craft? We didn't craft the capacitor yet. Now let's see, did it register? It registered that, so we can go ahead and use it. That's fine. Okay, so now we get this. Now that was so much easier than having to do some BS with like flint and steel and bedrock and waiting and hoping that you get a percentage chance, wasn't it? And some weird dye blend stuff that you have to craft like 6 different versions of the smelter or the sag mill. You know, I really like Ender.io, but when it updated for 1.12, it made it kind of way more grindy, and it wasn't as fun. So, my opinion, that's my opinion. It's not necessarily the most popular, but it is what it is. All right, there's the alloy smelter. Now, that's just getting some quick power, The other machine that we wanted was the sag mill, right? So this is Ender.io's version of Thermal's pulverizer and redstone furnace. Now we just needed a piston. We don't have any planks. Oh my goodness, did I use them all? Tell me I didn't use them all. Okay, good. You guys noticed that I had some spruce in there. I grew a spruce tree, a couple spruce trees. And just to kind of, you know, if I do decide to start building with wood, I might, you know, break it up a little bit. And not just use oak all the time. But, you know, I actually prefer oak wood to spruce wood. You know, I'm in the minority on that. I know 100% that I'm in the minority on that, and I'm okay with it. There's an Enderman. We could really use an Ender Pearl or 2. The problem is we have 5 hearts, and our armor kind of stinks. It's not very defensive, right? You see, it's only got 6 toughness bars here. What do we do? What do we do? Because I really... Well, he made the decision for us. He made the decision for us. Thanks, Enderman. I guess you're gone. Anyway, all right. So, where was I at with the fluid stuff? Okay, so here's what we want to do. Let's get rid of you and give me you, because we're out of cactus right now. We're not making any water. I want to take this. I want to set up this dynamo right next to the lava. So we're going to go ahead and let's set up the dynamo right there, because why not? We'll take the fluid transfer node and we'll take the transfer pipe, and it's pumping into lava. Beauty. So you can see we're generating 40 RF a tick now. That's double the RF that we were just creating. Now let's go ahead and throw the kit on there. We'll throw the transmission coil on there. And now we're generating 120 RF a tick. That is so nice. Oh yes. All right. And as you can see, the lava is going down. We have enough stored up to not worry about it. Eventually, if this is the kind of power gen we want to go for long term, we're going to need probably 4 to 6 of these magmatic dynamos, potentially with full max upgrades. So that means that if we're going to continue to use this system to generate lava, we're probably going to need somewhere in the neighborhood of like 200 crucibles. Now, we don't necessarily need 10, one cobblestone generator per, because you can see it's obviously filling it fast enough to where the cobble gen is overproducing. But, maybe one cobble gen for like 8 crucibles would be fine. And we definitely need to get into Ender IO's fluid conduits, because that would be so much better. What other things did I have on here? Better power, Ender IO, and the quests. Well, we did all that. Let's go ahead, and I wanted to make some better energy conduits with Ender IO. Right? Now, we got a few of these energy conduits with from the quest reward, but we can make the energetic alloy. So you see the max output here, this conduit will only transfer 640 RF a tick, whereas this conduit will transfer over 5,000. And then this one will transfer over 20k, but we're not there yet. We need ender pearls for this one. But if we look at the enhanced one, it takes energetic alloy. Well, what's energetic alloy? It's redstone, gold, and glowstone. That's what I have these here for. So pretty simple. We just throw those into the alloy smelter. Let's see here. We have 32 glowstone, so let's do 32. And we have redstone. Let's just bam, bam, bam. There we go. Now this is going to be kind of slow. It's using 40 RF a tick, so it's going to be using a lot of this power capacitor bank that we have. Well, all we really need to do is get a few of these. We need 3, I think, right? Yeah, 3. We'll make 3. Hopefully the power doesn't run out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set those machines up back up downstairs. I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with, but it is what it is. All right, so to complete the other quest, the first quest, we needed to make one of each of these. And we're missing redstone. I put it all in here. I shouldn't have done that. Dang it. There we go. Okay. Alright, we just want to get this quest done so we can see which way we want to go. Now, we can go immersive engineering. That's a way to go. Light engineering block. We can go immersive engineering. That's a really fun mod to play with. Very fun mod to play with. I like, because it's basically big multi-block structures. And that's really fun. Really fun to do those, because you can see them, put them together, and then you can see them in processing and stuff like that. It's really fun to do. It's kind of a little grindy. It's a little more grindy than thermal or Ender IO. But we needed the tin connector to finish this quest off, and I got a rubber tree, planted the tree, it grew, and what happens is they have a little bit of there's a little thing on them. And that's like the sap or whatever it is, right? So if we look at the rubber, that's the uses. Let's right click or left click on this to see how we get it. So you get the sticky resin, comes off the trees, right? So you put the rubber tree down, and like, let's say right here in this little tiny spot, it'll be like gold or whatever color that resin is. And you need to make yourself one of these things called a tree tap. A tree tap is made with 5 planks. Easy enough. Now you take the tree tap and you right click on the rubber tree. Where do I have rubber? Yes, yeah, you see, now I have 15 and not just 1. So you do that, and you can get the resin, and the resin works out really nice. All right, let's. Well, it's gonna go again. Oh well. Let's make ourselves better conduits. Anyway, you make yourself you get the resin, you smelt it up into the rubber, and then the rubber is used to make wires for like industrial craft stuff and all that kind of that goodness. I wanted to make conduits. Yes, here we go. All right, let's make as many as we can. 32 conduits. That's wonderful. All right, let's get rid of this junk, or not junk. This is the junk. Let's get this stuff downstairs, and I'm gonna want the capacitor bank. I don't need you. You guys can stay. You can stay for now. Let's just get this. I'm going to clean this all up, but temporarily for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the capacitor bank right there. I'll set the enhanced energy conduit on top of that. Now these are awesome. You right click on the little connection, and you can set the redstone mode, you can change signal colors, and you can change the modes if they're ins or outs. This is going to be extract. We're going to extract the energy, and as you can see, the energies went back up because we filled up our capacitor bank. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, just temporarily, right? By the next episode, this will be changed. We're going to go just like that. We're going to take... Wait, what did I put there? Oh my goodness! I'm a derp. I'm a derp. You guys are, I hope you guys were screaming at the dang computer. Or whatever screen you guys are watching on. Okay, what happened? Maybe we just need to leave this on in out. Let's just not mess with these right now. Oh, right here. This little button right here. Configure I/O. I had it set for output. That needs to be input. There we go. All right, and then the top part I had set as none. We're gonna have that set for output. So now we're gonna fill up all of these conduits. All right, so we're gonna take the sag mill and the alloy smelter. And now the sag mill will basically act as our pulverizer. And then the alloy smelter is gonna be our new furnace. Isn't that wonderful? Wait. Oh, that looks so similar. So similar. All right. I completed that, and I get to pick one of these. Now, here's the thing. Super crafting frame. Incineration frame. XP frame. Super crafting frame. Quad super crafting frame. No idea what any of those do. Have no clue. Oh boy, sag mill? Alloys. Well, I mean, will this work? We got a little ahead of ourselves. Crafting task. Ah, dang it. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna craft a second one just to complete the quest, but let this be a lesson. There's a lesson in this, right? Make sure you check your quest book before you craft and get too far ahead of yourself. All right. Last thing we're going to do for this episode is we're going to open this loot chest. I guess it's okay. Wood is not the easiest to come by. There is an option for that though. We're going to probably get into that either next episode or the episode after. And that's going to be a tree farm. And so there is a block in this pack that will let you mine trees for you. And I'm not quite there yet. We don't necessarily have that much of a need for wood yet, but you know, in time. I'm also going to continue to work on digging out this hole so we can have probably different layers. You know, if you guys have any ideas, let me know what you guys would like to see. You know, with this big, humongous space that I'm trying to dig out here. Look at this. Look at this. This is only like an eighth of the space we're going to have, and that goes all the way down to 32. Right now we're at 62, so that's like 30 blocks high. We could have multiple layers. You guys go ahead and I have pretty good idea about what I would like, but if you guys have any other ideas, you know, they might be better than mine. So, you know, let me know. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. I love reading your guys' comments. I pretty much don't get enough comments to where it's overwhelming. So if you leave me a comment, I'm gonna reply 100%. And so, you know, I hope that that's something that you guys appreciate. Those of you who do leave comments, you do appreciate that I replied to them at least. So anyway, this was a good episode. We got some stuff done, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So I'm JohnBParker. Hit that like button for me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. Have yourselves a great day. With